Hi everyone, Bishop Daniel Thomas here of the Diocese of Toledo. You're listening to Annunciation Radio, and the Fall Sharathon is underway. I encourage you to welcome all the many wonderful priests who serve you throughout the Diocese of Toledo, who will be on the Sharathon, inviting you to give, to pledge, to support, and to offer your goodness for the purpose of the proclamation of the gospel throughout our diocese on Catholic radio. The theme for the Sharathon this year is Giving Thanks. We remember, we celebrate, we believe. As we focus on our Eucharistic revival, we remember that Eucharist means thanksgiving. With so much noise and anxiety in our lives today, it's so important to take time out to reflect on the presence of God and of His great mercy, and yes, to count our blessings with deep thanks. We are so joyful in celebrating Catholic radio here in our Diocese of Toledo. Annunciation radio stations reach thousands and thousands of people from all walks of life, from the Catholic faith and every faith, with the reassuring gospel message of God's love and mercy. Annunciation Radio also gives me the opportunity to talk directly to you on the weekly Bishop's Corner program. What a gift to have that connection with the faithful throughout our diocese and allow my voice to be heard by you. Annunciation Radio needs your support. So I ask you to help making a pledge or a donation on the phone or online during this Fall Sharathon, which only lasts a few days. So please, jump in. Make your pledge or donation now. Many blessings upon you and upon the great work of the Annunciation Radio team.
You are now entering an alternative zone. You are now leaving reality and entering the world of Sharathon.
It's Sharathon time.
Welcome.
I can't wait to get this thing started. We've been talking about it for a while. It's 2023 Fall Sharathon. Our theme is, of course, giving thanks as we enter the Thanksgiving season. But this one is really wrapped around the Eucharist. We celebrate, we believe, and we really need to encourage one another in that belief, to stand strong in that belief. And Annunciation Radio is here to help you in that, our programming throughout the week, throughout the months, throughout the year. And we hope that that has been an encouragement to you. 4 days out of the year, we take our programming completely off the air. That's right, just 4 days a year in the fall. We take all of our regular programming off the air, and we spend time with some special guests. Today is dedicated in a particular way to the partnership that we have with our Knights of Columbus brothers throughout our listening area.
So if we're suspending regular programming, what the heck are Ron and Dave doing on in the studio?
Yeah, they couldn't find anybody else to fill in for us, so we are here. Beginning tomorrow, we've got Debbie Georgiani, who will be spending Wednesday, Thursday,
fine. You had to
and
invite
Friday.
An adult.
Yeah, right. But today, it's just you and I, Ron, and our brother Knights throughout our listening area. Some Grand Knights going to be joining us, and some special guests throughout the day.
And the phone number is 419-868-2966. I'm only going to say it once. So I hope you wrote it down.
Yeah, once every 8 seconds. 419-868-2966. We have volunteers standing by. We have a $3,500 goal for this hour. We are fortunate. We have a $1,500 matching pledge. We'll get to that in just a bit. And we have with us a couple of folks this hour. But right now, we have Mark Siracusa, immediate past state deputy for the great state of Ohio.
Otherwise known as
he's in the studio with us.
Yeah, the Grand Poobah. And this place is crawling with knights.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, exact. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been looking forward for this day for weeks and weeks, because we know today, people, there's 4 days that we're going to be raising money for this fine station. But we know with the Knights are always the most generous, the most giving, and today we're going to just be the key day. We're going to raise the most money today. Our goal today as Knights of Columbus, Brother Knights, is to be the number one day all week. And they're going to look at it and say, man, them Knights, them guys are good.
I like that plan.
And we like it a lot. So we hope for 4 really good days. We always enjoy our Knights of Columbus Day, and it is always right there at the top as far as our 4 days go. Again, our goal for this hour, $3,500. We have a matching pledge of $1,500. That telephone number to call. Now, you don't have to be a Knight of Columbus to call. We need to meet these goals each and every hour so we can make our overall goal for this Sharathon. 419-868-2966. We do have a matching pledge opportunity this hour. Your phone call, your gift is matched as soon as it comes in, dollar for dollar, all the way up to $1,500. 419-868-2966. Or you can go online, make your secure gift at artoledo.com. Again, A as in Annunciation, R as in radio, artoledo.com. Or you can make a secure gift on our app. Again, 419-868-2966. We have volunteers standing by. Let's fill up those phone lines quickly this morning and reach this goal of $3,500. 419-868-2966.
And Mark, tell us a little bit about you've been doing a lot of efforts to kind of rally the troops, so to speak, and the Knights have always been right there for us, right from the beginning, even before we went on the air. So, first of all, a big tip of the hat to the Knights of Columbus.
Well, it's unity. It's brotherhood. We're a fraternal organization. We have 4 key points where charity is one of our virtues, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. That's the 4 key things of the Knights of Columbus. And charity, I mean, just look at charity. Some of us, you know how much we did last year for charity with the Knights of Columbus? Just take a wild guess.
Ooh.
In this,
that's not
internationally?
Good.
Or
oh, yeah, internationally. Just internationally, yeah.
I get all the mailings.
I'm thinking 5.3 million.
Wow.
5 point. That's chicken feet. Chicken feet. How about $185 million?
Whoa.
One of the largest years increase. I mean, think about that. That's just charitable giving.
That's awesome.
I mean, giving to you name all the different organizations around, but just think about it. That's a lot of money.
Staggering.
Oh, it's
when you think about right here in our area, the purchase of ultrasound machines, not once, not twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, right. The ultrasound machines, we did 4 of them last year in Ohio alone. We're just in the process, while you brought that up, Ron, we just in process of finalizing with one here in Toledo. Do you realize that we got one in Toledo that we just finished raising the money for the ultrasound for Toledo? And I talked with them the other day, and we were there the other day, and guess what? They're excited, and we've ordered the machine and it should be coming soon.
Gotta love that. We are very thankful for our Knights of Columbus brothers throughout our listening area. And now it is time to light up those telephones. Speaking of generosity, we've got a $3,500 goal for this hour. These goals are not arbitrary. Each of our goals add up to meet our overall goal of $250,000 for our campaign for this fall. I'm happy to say, due to the generosity of so many ahead of time, we have raised $120,000 of that needed, $250,000. We have $130,000 that we need to raise during the course of these 4 days, and this begins with this hour. $3,500 is what we need to raise this hour. That's the burden associated with this hour. We don't want to begin our Sharathon by getting behind. It's often said Sharathon goes as the first hour of Sharathon goes. Well, this is it. And we need 3 on the phone now making your pledges of support. Again, a $1,500 matching pledge. So if you'd like to have your dollars matched, now is the time to do that. I can tell you we won't have that every hour. So 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. I can't think of a more important time for Annunciation Radio to continue to do its work than right now. So much going on in and around us. We are Catholic radio for the Diocese of Toledo, brought to you and hosted by many of the people that you know and love in the Diocese of Toledo, including our own Bishop Thomas. So this is the way it works. So if you look at $250,000, that's our actual need each and every 6 months to pay all of our bills. We have 5 FM radio stations. That comes out to about $60 an hour to have programming on all 5 Catholic radio stations. So what I want you to consider is which program can you support? If you could give $15 a month or $180 one-time pledge, that provides a 15-minute program every single month. Can you give $15 a month or one-time $180? That would support programs like the Morning Lauds, which you're normally hearing at this time, Peter Herbeck's Fire on the Earth, the live and interactive Divine Mercy Chaplet. Any of those, if you give your $15 a month or $180 one-time pledge, you are a program sponsor for that 15-minute program. How about a 30-minute program sponsor? That's $30 per month or $360 one-time pledge. You would be bringing to all 5 stations once per month a program like Bishop Thomas Bishop's Corner. How about Peter Range's Say Yes to Life? How about Father Dave Nuss Understanding Scripture? How would you like to be sponsoring one of those programs and being responsible for bringing that to the air each and every month because of your $30 a month or $360 one-time gift? Would you like to bring a full hour of programming to all 5 stations once a month? That's $60 per month or $720 one-time pledge. You would be bringing forward a program like Pat Odie Murray's The Virtuous Life. How about Rodney Schuster's Faith Alive? Dr. Ray Garindi's The Doctor is In. Take 2 with Jerry and Debbie. Dr. David Anders' Call to Communion or Cresta in the Afternoon. Again, $60 a month or $720 as a one-time gift. And then you can step up. We'd love for you to step up and become an apostle. That means you would be bringing forward a 2-hour program each and every month. $100 per month or $1,200 as a one-time gift makes you an apostle. There are only 2 programs in this category. Morning Offering with Ron and Dave. How about that one?
Hey, that's
90
a good one.
minutes, actually. And then Catholic Answers Live. So if you came forward at that apostle level, $100 per month or $1,200 one-time gift, you would be the sponsor of one of those programs one day each and every month, and we would love it if you did that. $100 per month or $1,200 one-time gift makes you an apostle. That telephone number to call, 419-868-2966, 419-868-artoledo.com, or on Annunciation Radio app. How can you give? Give a one-time gift, give a monthly gift, or a now and later gift, which means you give us a gift now, and then 3 months from now, because we're covering 6 months operating expense, halfway through, you would give us an equal gift to get us through that last 3 months, and halfway through happens to be St. Valentine's Day. 3 months from now. So when you give that now and later gift, we'll ask you for the name of a loved one that you would like to honor on St. Valentine's Day, and we will mention their name on that day's broadcast. Again, one-time gifts, monthly gifts, or now and later gifts, encouraging you to give in any way that you're comfortable, in any amount that you're comfortable. And right now, we have matching pledge dollars, 419-868-2966, 419-868-2966. And now for the big guest of the hour. So we've already got Mark Siracusa. Now we've got, and we've said he's past, right? We've said he's a past guy. This is a current guy. Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus Council 15905 at St. Joan of Arc. It's Mike Krolovic.
All right, got that right and
Got
everything.
it.
And we got about, 12, 13 minutes to the first break. So let's make those phones ring. We'd love to hear the phones ring, and you can make that happen just by dialing 419-868-2966. And as Dave mentioned, as a kind of a shortcut to get to our website, instead of typing the whole Annunciation Radio, you can just type in artoledo.com. You'll get to our website. Mike, welcome. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Good. And
Glad to be here.
You're the Grand Knight.
Grand Knight at St. Joan of Arc on Heather Downs. We have a very vibrant council, approximately 105 members. As Mark said a few minutes ago, we have 4 legs to our stool, and it's charity, it's faith, it's patriotism, and fraternity. And I retired several years ago, but I've only been a Knight of Columbus for 7 years now. And the reason being, I lived in 6 states and had 8 corporate moves, never lived anywhere long enough to even consider it. And probably a lot of your listeners know who Willie Meyer is here. I told him many times.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. It's the best thing that ever happened to me as a Catholic adult.
It's such a, I tell you, St. Joan of Arc Council is so active. They do so many things. I know we're always talking about the chicken barbecue drive-through and the all the other things that are going on there. So there's always an activity that involves the parish, but also just engages with the public. Right.
The last few years, we're getting our parish a lot more involved. We are more noticeable, and I can just give you a quick rundown. Before I was the Grand Knight, I was the Deputy Grand Knight and Program Director in charge of all programs. So it would probably take me 5 minutes to tell you all the things that we do. But just this fiscal year so far, we've worked 6 football games at the University of Toledo. We get a percentage of the take. We have one of the concession stands. That's one of our big money raisers. We can't give out to charity unless we're doing our fundraisers. We do a school luncheon for our grade school twice a year. We just completed a trunk or treat. We've done that year after year, where the principal brings the kids out. December 2nd, Saturday, we are cooking a full breakfast of scrambled eggs, sausage, pancakes, fruit salad, whatever, for all the people that attend. It's a big event every year. And then you mentioned the chicken drive-thrus. We've had 2 of them this year. We do 4 drive-through and sit-down fish fries during Lent, the 4 Fridays before Easter, and it's just very, very rewarding.
And you have a lot of nights involved, too.
Oh, my gosh, yes. And we have a good turnout at all of our monthly business meetings. About a year and a half ago, I convinced our Grand Knight at the time that we should probably serve a full dinner to our guys. You know, our meetings start at 7 o'clock, and guys are running in with Speedway cups and 7-Eleven, and they haven't had any dinner. So now we start serving dinner at 6 o'clock, and it just fosters a lot more brotherhood.
If you smell chicken or pancakes, you're near the Knights of Columbus.
Yes, and I'm not allowed to put my clothes back in the closet after I go.
I'll bet, yes. Dave's in studio with an update.
No, I'm jumping in because we need the phones ringing.
Yes.
This is a great conversation. Love it. Love having these conversations with our brother Knights. But we need that phone ringing. We've got a $3,500 goal for this hour. We have a $1,500 matching pledge. Everything matched dollar for dollar. Council 7978 out of St. Rose put $1,000 forward for this hour. $500 an anonymous gift as well. 419-868-2966. Let's get those phone lines filled up. We've got 3 available, 3 volunteers standing by, and we're going to give that number until we get all these phone lines taken. 419-868-2966. That telephone number to call. We really need you on the line now. $3,500 our goal for this hour, $1,500 matching pledge. Now, here's the thing. When we hit that $1,500, that becomes $3,000, and then we only have $500 to go. 419-868-2966.
Good morning.
419-868-2966. You didn't sound trustworthy there. 419-868-2966. Phone line standing by right now. Volunteers standing by to take your telephone call. We've got to hear those phones ringing. You can give online as well. artoledo.com. Again, artoledo.com, or on Annunciation Radio app. And those are secure ways to make your gift. 419-868-2966. If you listen to Annunciation Radio, if you benefit from listening, if you are listening now and discouraged because what you are accustomed to hearing right now, Peter Herbeck's Fire on the Earth is not playing, but the only way we could keep it playing every other day of the year is if we bring forward the money necessary to help us operate for the next 6 months. So if you're going to tune out, you don't enjoy listening to the Sharathon, I understand that, but don't tune out before you make your gift. 419-868-2966. 868-2966. We've really got to do a phone blitz right now. Do one in honor of the Father. Someone call in honor of the Father. Someone call in honor of the Son. Someone else call in honor of the Holy Spirit. And then we'll give it all up to Our Lady and ask that she intercede on our behalf. 419-868-2966. And we pray, remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to thy protection, implored thy help, or sought thine intercession was left unaided. Inspired by this confidence, we fly unto thee, O Virgin of Virgins, our Mother. To thee do we come, before thee we stand, sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not our petitions, but in thine mercy hear and answer us. Amen and amen. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. Looking for 3 on the line right now. How do you know that you're called to give? Are you hearing the sound of our voices? Check. Are you at a place where you can give a dollar amount, any dollar amount? Has the Lord blessed you in any way that you can give any dollar amount at all? Check. And then number 3, are you at a place where you can legally and safely make a phone call or go online? If those 3 things apply, I would ask you to please pick up that phone. Help us to have a successful first hour. Again, as the first hour goes of Sharathon, that usually is the way Sharathon goes. We need to make sure we cover this $3,500 goal. We need your help right now. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966.
Michael Kralovic.
Yes,
Did I say that right?
Yes.
I love it. Whenever it ends in a VIC, I got to wonder.
Right.
With your counsel, and of course with your, you say you've been a knight for like 7 years.
7 years, correct.
But you've been very active in those 7 years, and so has your counsel.
Well, I've told Willie and others I'm trying to make up for lost time. I retired when I was 57, and like millions of other people, all I concentrated on was raising the kids, saving for retirement, rat race after rat race. I was on an airplane 3-4 days a week, and when I retired, I actually had a couple of dreams where I saw my casket coming into the church, and there was nobody there but the priest. And
wow,
I thought,
powerful.
I have friends, company friends all over the United States, but that's short-lived. The longer you get away from your working career, and the Knights have made me a better Catholic. Because when you're on your own and you're doing your thing and you go to church once a week, and my wife and I we thought we were really good Catholics. We go to church every Sunday, sit in the same pew, 168 hours later, come back and do it again, and then leave the church and don't think about, God, church, whatever, until the next week. And when you're into brotherhood here, you're surrounded by Catholic gentlemen. And
that's what's great about the Knights of Columbus. Because it does draw you closer to your faith. And it makes you look at the big picture a little bit, and you've got that fraternity behind you.
And you know what else, Ron? If you're married, it also makes you a better husband. If you want to be a better husband, a better parishioner for your church, join the Knights. Because when you join the Knights, it's a fraternal brotherhood, and like we've talked about already, we're just brothers. And it makes you a better person, just like Grand Knight Mike was talking about. I know in my case, it made me a better person when I joined the Knights. Better husband, did more with the church, did more for this. It's a win-win for everybody. You can't go wrong. And I want to say something about Mike's counsel. It has a special part in my heart because when I first started as a state officer, I was instrumental in starting their council. It was first council I got started. I had some other brother knights, and we had Father Hertzfeld, who was there at the time, and guess what? He was all for it, and we started it. And that was about 11 years ago, how long the council has been there. And just look at all the good works and deeds and stuff that they've done over the years because that council was started. I mean, that's just one of 420 councils in the state.
Mm-hmm. And it's awesome because you see the charity. We've seen this through Sharathons time after time after time. St. Joan of Arc is coming through with big numbers. So charity is first and foremost with the Knights of Columbus. And when you encourage your Knights to give us a call at 419-868-2966, you know you're making a difference. You're evangelizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was going to say, we need the phones to ring, Brother Knights, because, like we talked about, charitable. Last year, $185 million. Well, guess what? If we give money to this Annunciation radio station, think of how good everything is done. We will increase the faith. I know I've heard stories of brothers and people that they weren't even Knights who would see a sticker on a bumper about the radio station, start listening to the radio station, and then they convert. Other people, they just find the radio station when they're going through the channels, and they listen to it, and they hear all the great programs the bishop is on, and so forth, and all the other ones, and now all of a sudden they're converting, or if they don't convert, they just become a better person.
Absolutely, and we know that it spreads far and wide, so every donation really touches more than just the immediate area, because we're covering in 5 stations 85% of the Diocese of Toledo, 19 counties, 15 deaneries. So it's not a small deal that you're involved with here. Give us a call as we head to our first break, 419-868-2966, Fall Sharathon 2023. Here on Annunciation Radio, please give us a call and do your part.
Hello, everyone. This is Bishop Daniel Thomas coming to encourage you to support Annunciation Radio during their Fall Sharathon. Catholic radio is so valuable in our Diocese of Toledo. What a great tool for evangelization and education and formation in the faith. Hope you know how much I love answering listener questions to the Bishop's Corner every week, and I appreciate that Annunciation Radio announces and promotes our parish and diocesan events and news throughout our 19 counties. Do help them to keep on going by providing needed funding, especially during their Fall Sharathon. Thanks so very much, and may God continue to bless you abundantly as you listen to Catholic Radio.
How has Catholic radio made a difference in your faith life?
Annunciation Radio for any Catholic is a must. It really is true that if you want to get yourself together and out of the noise of the world, you should really start to listen to Annunciation Radio to pick up basic facts of your faith. Its impact is it happens to be God's grace in the world. It's His mercy upon us.
I've actually learned about my faith. I think the biggest thing is if you want to learn the truth, you want to learn the right way to live, you want to listen to this.
Make your pledge to keep Catholic radio going strong. Call 419-868-2966 now.
So easy to do, and so much of a difference it will make when you make your donation to the Annunciation Radio Fall Sharathon. As Dave mentioned at the beginning, our entire campaign goal for 6 months of programming, $250,000, and we've raised quite a bit so far, and of course your monthly donations are deducted from that, because we know we can count on those monthly donors when we know it's coming every month. So that leaves us with $130,000 to accomplish over these 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, of the Annunciation Radio Fall Sharathon. We are giving thanks. We remember. We celebrate. We believe. And this is a great way for you to cover the operational expenses for our 5 FM radio stations, so you can reach out to so many Catholic, non-Catholic, and even non-practicing folks throughout the Diocese of Toledo. You can give a monthly gift. We love those. You can give a one-time gift if you're perhaps already a monthly giver and you'd like to maybe chip in a little extra during Sharathon. It's a good time to call in. And you can also, you have the option of the now and later gift, where you can give now, and then the other half of your giving can be applied and taken on St. Valentine's Day, February 14th. So you can really kind of double your gift that way. Monthly pledges are perpetual, but they're multiplied by 6 months. So when you give your gift now and one gift 3 months from now on St. Valentine's Day, we'll honor the person of your choice on the air on St. Valentine's Day. So make sure that you include that name. It can be a spouse, a parent, a child, a priest that's made an impact on you, any person you choose to honor. So it basically breaks down to $60 an hour. That's what it costs to run these radio stations and get this EWTN, Ave Maria, and local Annunciation Radio programming out to the masses. And we encourage you to head to the phone right now. In fact, we urge you to go to the phone right now, 419-868-2966. That's the number to call. Today, the first day of Sharathon is the Knights of Columbus Day, and we have some illustrious knights in the studio with us right now. Mike and Mark are in studio right now, and you guys, I'll tell you, hats off to you, Mike. What's happening?
I'm the Grand Knight from St. Joan of Arc, and there's got to be some knights out there from our council or anywhere in the Toledo Diocese. Please give us a call.
That's right. And Mark he's memorized the phone number.
Yep. The phone number. Guess what? The phone number is 419-868-2966.
See, and he even delivers it well.
Yes. I mean, just think, get them fingers pushing. I mean, get them on the old phones, get those buttons pushing there.
Mm-hmm. And maybe you put us on speed dial, so you can call in several times throughout the Sharathon. So give us a call right now. 419-868-2966 is the number to call, and that's our main number. We've only got 3 phones, so make sure you kind of fill them up right now, because we don't want the volunteers who are just eating donuts and drinking coffee. We want them actually writing your information down, greeting you, saying hello, and so forth. So make that phone call, 868-2966.
Hey, Mike.
And go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you know of anybody that's awake at St. Joan of Arc? Are the Knights awake yet?
Boy, I'll tell you.
I don't know. Maybe they're still sleeping. Maybe that's why they're not calling.
What maybe you guys don't understand in supporting this radio station, you're also supporting the Knights of Columbus. They give us a lot of free advertising. One of our main goals is to make our presence better known in the community and especially the parish. We go out of our way to wear our shirts and have a corporate communion Sunday once a month. We lead the church in a 9:30 recitation of the Rosary at 9:30 before 10 o'clock. Is very impactful when people are walking in and they're sitting down and they're joining in with us. So come on, let's make those phones ring, guys. Come on.
Hey, Ron, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The top council that gives money, don't they get something out of the
they
bishop?
They sure do.
What happens? Can you tell me that?
The longest running program on Annunciation Radio, which when we first went on the air, we asked the bishop if he'd be interested in entertaining questions from our listeners. And then Bishop Blair said, yeah, that'd be fine. So we started doing it then, and now Bishop Thomas now for the last 9 years.
Wow.
So gracious and always coming forward to answer those questions. In fact, his answers are so good that we've recently started highlighting one question from that week's show. And we feature that in the morning show on Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you kind of a sense. And there's 5 questions a week usually that he entertains. And the Knights of Columbus Council that generates the most during the Sharathon, during this Tuesday Sharathon, and other times, really throughout the Sharathon, because we'll keep track of the council numbers, gets the sponsorship of the Bishop's Corner program. That's the premier program here on Annunciation Radio. So that's the one that's the most listened to. So the Knights are really getting a lot of great exposure when you hear it being introduced, sponsored by Knights of Columbus Council, da-da-da-da. So there's a great incentive for any council to step forward, and between the council and the individual knights, to just kind of come in. Make sure when you call in at 419-868-2966, give us your council number, and then make sure that we write that down, because we're going to make sure that your council gets credit for it, and you could end up being the premier sponsor for the Bishop's Corner.
Well, anyhow, St. Joan of Arc, Council 15905, is the premier council in the Diocese of Toledo, unless one of you guys out there doesn't agree.
That sounds like a challenge to me, so make that phone call in here. Is Bob Boyer's in the studio. Bob, how are you?
Yes, and
lean in, sir.
St.
You know what they say in radio? They say, eat the mic.
Okay.
So eat the mic.
St. Joe's and Mommy will meet that challenge, but we've got a $500 check here.
Oh, right.
That's $11,370.
And you're going to hand that right over to me?
Yeah.
And you trust me with this?
Well, you helped me get it.
Bob has been so involved on so many levels, and of course, this is my council too, 11,370 at St. Joseph Maumee. So always appreciative of the generosity and the hard work that our knights do as well. Not to take anything away from Mike and St. Joan of Arc, but we love our council.
Well, they're great, because when I was district deputy, I talked to Father Adam to try and get their council going. Actually, when they were chartered under Jim Collins, who followed me as district deputy. But they are a very active, very charitable council.
As a matter of fact, at last week's officers' meeting, we started making plans for sometime in late March, early April. It will be the 10th anniversary of the St. Joan of Arc Council. And we're looking forward to a big celebration with the wives.
Wow, that's great. And I can't read that. Oh. It looks like we're going to take a little break here, a little early, right? So we will be right back. I'll tell you what, keep those phones going. Let's make them ring. 419-868-2966. That is the number to call, and we encourage you to call that number right now. Don't let this opportunity pass by. Make sure you make that call, or get on the website, artoledo.com, and you can be a big impact on listeners here in the Toledo Diocese. 419-868-2966. We're giving thanks. We remember. We celebrate. We believe. Fall Sharathon 2023. It's your chance to call in right now and really make it happen for the Fall Sharathon. We got to cover our operating expenses for the next 6 months. Dave's in studio with me right now, and we need to get some activity going on these phones.
Yeah, we're making some headway. $600 in, $3,500 our goal, $1,500 matching pledge. That means we still have $900 of matching pledge opportunity available. $600 already matched. That's $1,200 on our way to $3,500. But we really need your help right now as we get closer to the top of the hour. Again, $1,200 raised of the $3,500, still $900 in matching pledge opportunity. That telephone number to call, 419-868-2966, 419-868-2966. Here at Annunciation Radio, it takes $60 an hour to broadcast on all 5 of our stations. A very reasonable dollar amount for broadcasting on all 5 radio stations. What does that mean to you? That means if you give just $15 a month, you can cover a 15-minute program here on Annunciation Radio. What are some of those 15-minute programs that you would be covering for just $15 a month?
Well, for one thing, every morning you hear Peter Herbeck's Fire on the Earth in
that
Morning
would
Offering.
Just be finishing
15 minutes of absolute incredible knowledge and insight. And every afternoon during the Divine Mercy Chaplet, we go to Mass, and then Sister Ann Shields with Fire on the Earth, another great 15-minute program.
Yeah.
You're just enriched by these programs, and it just takes a little bit to make sure that those continue.
Yeah, and again, think about that. $15 a month, you'd be covering, bringing forward for all 5 stations every single month a broadcast of Peter Herbeck's Fire on the Earth, Divine Mercy Chaplet, Sister Ann Shields, Food for the Journey. How about for $30 a month? Again, $30 covers 30 minutes of programming. So which of those programs might you be bringing during the month? How about Bishop Thomas, Bishop's Corner? How about Peter Ranges, Say Yes to Life? Father Dave Nuss, Understanding Scripture. Can you imagine being the one responsible for bringing all that programming each and every month for just $30 a month or $360 one-time pledge?
That's right.
How about become an hour-long program sponsor? One of the hour-long programs. Pat Odie Murray's The Virtuous Life, Rodney Schuster's Faith Alive, Dr. Ray Garendi's The Doctor Is In, Dr. David Andrews' Call to Communion, Cresta in the Afternoon for just $60 a month or $720 one-time pledge. You would be bringing that forward each and every month for just $60. How about a 2-hour program? Well, we have one 2-hour program, Catholic Answers Live, or a 90-minute program, a little something we like to call Morning Offering with Ron or Dave. Ron and Dave, not Ron or Dave, Ron and Dave. Morning Offering with Ron and Dave or Catholic Answers Live. And at the Apostle level, you're doing that. So $100 a month or $1,200 one-time pledge. And here's the great news. Right now we have matching pledge dollars available.
Don't let this opportunity go by. I'm telling you, this is the time. We really need you to call in and toss a little bit into the pot here, will you? 419-868-2966. Let's get these phones energized.
Yeah.
Because we can't live on donuts alone. We have to have the phone ring to get the adrenaline going. So 419-868-2966. That's our regular business line. If it goes, if the phones are tied up and it goes into voicemail, please don't leave us a voicemail. We won't have time to check our voicemail.
Yeah, just call back.
So just hang up and call again, because each call doesn't take too. We're not going to tie you up on the phone too long. But we really, really, really need your pledges right now. Make a one-time gift. Make a monthly gift. Maybe become an apostle or a level sponsor. Maybe you say, my favorite show is Morning Offering, for example, and I'd like to sponsor Wednesdays on Morning Offering. That'll be fine. Whatever you can do, we need it right now. We need to continue Catholic programming both locally and throughout the entire area here. We're bringing the EWTN programming, Ave Maria programming, and we have more local programming than I think any Catholic radio station.
Any of the 500 Catholic radio stations in the United States of America, we produce more programming for our local audience than any of the other 500, and we're asking for your help. We cannot do it without you. Cannot do it without you. We need to fill up the phone lines right now. If the Spirit is stirring your heart to give a gift of any amount, those are suggested dollar amounts. But any amount that you can give right now is going to be matched dollar for dollar. Still $900 of matching pledge opportunity available. One-time pledges, monthly pledges are multiplied by 6 months and then matched dollar for dollar. Now and later gifts are doubled and then matched dollar for dollar. 419-868-2966. Really prayerfully consider making that phone call right now. Gifts of any amount, but we need all 3 phone lines taken. We will do a phone blitz, a full phone bank this morning, asking for your support at 419-868-2966. It's a matching pledge opportunity this hour. Those won't be available every hour of this Sharathon, I can tell you that. So take advantage of the opportunity of having your dollars matched dollar for dollar right now at 419-868-2966. 2966. 12 minutes to the top of this hour. $3,500 our goal. Matching pledge opportunity of $1,500. Obviously, when we hit that $1,500, that becomes $3,000, and then we just have $500 to go. $600 raised of that matching pledge so far. $900 left. 419-868-2966. You can make your secure gift at artoledo.com or on our app. That's one on the line. We're looking for two more. 419-868-2966. If you find any value in this Catholic radio station, we would ask for your support now. It truly does take an army to make this happen. 1,000 families normally each and every Sharathon who make this possible for us each 6 months. 419-868-2966. One on the line now, looking for two more. artoledo.com or make your secure gift on our app. Now down to just 11 minutes left in this hour, and we really need you on the line now.
And if you maybe you can't make a phone call, if you can shoot us a text, we will check those. 833-598-5959. I don't want to throw too many phone numbers out there. Right. But texting is available to you. And if you let us know where you're calling from, we'll call you back, get your information. But 868-2966 with the 419 area code. Let's get in. Take advantage of these matching dollars that are just sitting here on the table, and we can apply those and double your pledge right now.
Yeah, we've got Knights of Columbus Council 11370. Mommy, St. Joe's, $500 gift. Thank you so much for that.
And Bob Boyer just presented that live on the air.
Thank you so much, Bob. And then Grand Night, Michael Kralovic also coming in with a very generous gift. We are $600 raised thus far. Okay. $1,500 matching pledge opportunity available. $900 of matching pledge dollars still available. One on the line looking for two more at 419-868-2966. I know so many of you listening to the morning offering program. Each day we encounter you as we're out and about. We do thank, by the way, all of those of you who gave gifts already. I would encourage you, if you've already given a gift to our Sharathon campaign, I would ask you to consider doing this right now. Call in with a later gift. You gave a gift now. How about giving a gift that you will give us on St. Valentine's Day, halfway through our 6 months? So our Sharathons fund us for 6 months. So you give a gift now that helps with the first 3 months. You give a gift later that helps with the last 3 months. If you've already given a gift, would you please consider making a later gift right now, again, to be given on St. Valentine's Day? 419-868-2966. The wonderful thing about that gift is you leave the name of a loved one, spouse, child, parent, priest, friend, and we honor them on our broadcast on St. Valentine's Day. 419-868-2966. $1,500, our matching pledge opportunity this hour. $600 has been matched. $900 to go. Can you be one who gets on the line now to help us achieve that goal? $3,500, our goal for this hour. 419-868-2966. About 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, and Mark Saracusa in studio now, past state deputy. And I think I'm not sure if I interpreted it correctly, Mark, but didn't you say that you would wash the car of a knight that called in a pledge?
There you go.
I think so. If they brought their car up here, it's a beautiful day, Ron. But you know what? Bragging rights. We're looking right now. St. Joan of Arc Council could be the top council and be the sponsor for the Bishop Corner. I mean, come on, brother knights. If you want, there you go. Bragging rights. Talk about bragging rights.
They like the idea of Mark washing their car. I said.
Yeah, I think so.
Washing their car in the dishwasher. Yeah, there you go.
But it's a nice day. If it was if it was 30 degrees outside or 30 below, I'd be thinking a little different. But it's supposed to be a nice sunny day. I can use a good tan. I'll go out there and wash a car. We get somebody out there that can, give it, we'll get somebody with a good pledge. We may even wax it for them. If it's a substantial pledge, we may even get a wax job on that car, Ron.
868-2966. Put 419 in front of that, and you're going to be just fine. And I know Mike is still here. Michael, hey, Michael, come on in here. We want to mention something. He's the Grand Knight at St. Joan of Arc Council, 15905. And they do something every year right around this time of year, coming up on Thanksgiving. And this is a big event that the St. Joan of Arc Knights put on.
Are you talking about the Thanksgiving dinner?
I am indeed.
Okay,
Yes,
I just walked in. I apologize.
That's right.
Every year, we Knights, it's a parish event, but the Knights, we do all of the cooking.
As usual. Nice
As
to do all the work.
Yep.
And I've been working with Willie Myers for 7 years. He's been doing it for years before that at our parish. He's like the program chair. He's got all the recipes in his head. I've been asking him to write them down.
Uh-oh.
In case he goes to heaven early or something like that. And we feed about 250 people.
That's amazing.
Every year.
Amazing.
And we do it in our school gymnasium.
And you don't charge anything?
No, we don't
No
charge anything.
no charge.
And we start on Monday morning before Thanksgiving, and we're cooking every day until Thursday morning. Then we serve. Now, we have about a dozen parishioners that work the serving lines and nights. And the supreme guy in our state is also a serving line worker, Mr. Mark Siracusa.
I'll tell you what.
Not surprised.
Me and my wife, we've done it for years. We love to come here, love to go to St. Joan of Arc, love to see all the people come in there, and their faces. You can't believe their faces when they're there, and we're giving them this food. There's no charge. You can, if I'm not mistaken, this year you can sit inside and eat, or you can take it to go. But you know what? All that, nothing can be done unless I hear that phone ringing, and I think the number is 419-868-2966. I mean, let's get those. It's almost time, Brother Knights, for us to do stuff like that, to have a Thanksgiving dinner for the community. I mean, how can we do that? And we're going to have the radio helping there. They will be pushing that. They will be talking about that. That's what this station does. It's a partner, a great partner with the Knights of Columbus, and we need to support them and show them that, hey, we're glad you're here. We're glad what you do, and the best way you can do that is, what's that number again, Mike, to call?
I believe it's 419-868-2966.
419-868-2966. An excellent opportunity to support the Knights and support Annunciation Radio at the same time, because we really appreciate our partnership with the Knights of Columbus, each individual night and each individual council, and, of course, the entire fraternal organization. Now, Mike, the Thanksgiving dinner is open to everybody. You don't have to be in a certain boundary, do you?
No, not at all. And like I said, Willie's been running it for years, and it's very rewarding, right, Mark?
Absolutely.
To watch these people.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, some of the poorest of poor in Toledo, and they just are thankful, and they want you to sit down and have coffee with them, the older people that come. And we have firemen, we have policemen that show up. And it's just a great community thing.
Yes, it is.
And then next week also we're giving out our Coats for Kids program. And Willie, help me out here. We're giving out 300. Over 300 coats, scarves, gloves.
Yep.
So many good work, so many great opportunities to engage.
And we have to buy all these coats. So if we're not doing our fundraisers.
Sure.
And working the concession stands, and we put on a charity golf tournament, charity golf once a year at Stonehill Country Club. And that is our biggest money raiser of the year. So
we encourage all the Knights of Council 15905 and every other council to make that phone call right now, 419-868-2966. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for taking the time to come in. And, we're gonna head to break in about 3-4 minutes, but I want to bring Dave in here to bring us an update. We've been hearing the phones ringing.
We want to hear them ringing.
We got to make this hour go, because we've still got some matching dollars on the table, and we want to make sure we use each and every one of them, right, Dave?
Yeah, and I've got a couple calls being taken right now. That's going to take us down to $680 of matching pledge opportunity. So we need to raise that last $680, match all of this $1,500. That'll take us to $3,000 within nipping,
striking
distance. That's what I was looking for. Striking distance of our overall goal of $3,500. But we have $680 of matching pledge opportunity yet to go this hour, and we are running out of time. We need to fill those phone lines up. There is a phone line available right now, 419-868-2966. Again, $680 of matching pledge opportunities still available, 419-868-2966. As the first hour of Sharathon goes, so goes Sharathon, and we need a little help. Bam, thank you so much for that.
Keep them coming.
419-868-2966. Or you can make a secure gift online, artoledo.com, artoledo.com, or on our app. Look, we're down to a little over a minute left. 419-868-2966. We can take your calls, your gifts through the break, include them in as we want to take full advantage of all of these matching pledge opportunities. $680 still available. 419-868-2966, artoledo.com, or on our app. Make the phone call now. We need your help. If you want to be a short person, take advantage of those last remaining matching pledge opportunity. That would be wonderful as well. 419-868-2966, 419-868-2966, artoledo.com, or on our app. We'll give you an update on the other side of this break.
Catholic radio for the Diocese of Toledo. This is Annunciation Radio. WNOC Bowling Green, Toledo. WHRQ Sandusky. WRRO Eden Bryan. WFOT Lexington Mansfield. And WSHB Willard.
Hi, everyone. Bishop Daniel Thomas here of the Diocese of Toledo. You're listening to Annunciation Radio, and the Fall Sharathon is underway. I encourage you to welcome all the many wonderful priests who serve you throughout the Diocese of Toledo, who will be on the Sharathon, inviting you to give, to pledge, to support, and to offer your goodness for the purpose of the proclamation of the gospel throughout our diocese on Catholic radio. The theme for the Sharathon this year is Giving Thanks. We remember, we celebrate, we believe. As we focus on our Eucharistic revival, we remember that Eucharist means thanksgiving. With so much noise and anxiety in our lives today, it's so important to take time out to reflect on the presence of God and of His great mercy, and yes, to count our blessings with deep thanks. We are so joyful in celebrating Catholic radio here in our Diocese of Toledo. Annunciation radio stations reach thousands and thousands of people from all walks of life, from the Catholic faith and every faith, with the reassuring gospel message of God's love and mercy. Annunciation Radio also gives me the opportunity to talk directly to you on the weekly Bishop's Corner program. What a gift to have that connection with the faithful throughout our diocese and allow my voice to be heard by you. Annunciation Radio needs your support. So I ask you to help making a pledge or a donation on the phone or online during this Fall Sharathon, which only lasts a few days. So please, jump in. Make your pledge or donation now. Many blessings upon you and upon the great work of the Annunciation Radio team.
Thank you so much, Bishop Daniel E. Thomas. What a wonderful shepherd for our diocese and has been from the beginning. We are in the midst of our Fall Sharathon, so the phone number to call right now, 419-868-2966. We're going to check in with Wendy Sheridan with the news now.
Thank you, gentlemen, and good morning. In the WTOL 11 newsroom for Annunciation Radio, I'm Wendy Sheridan. UAW members across the country deciding whether to accept a tentative deal with the big three automakers. We expect to learn the results of a vote from local workers at GM Propulsion this morning from UAW 14 President Tony Toddy. Local 14 wrapped up voting yesterday. Tomorrow, Local 12 members from the Jeep plant will vote on the tentative deal with Stellantis. Both deals, and the one from Ford, offer a 25% rate increase, a ratification bonus, and an earlier path for temporary workers to become full-time. Since the United Auto Workers' new contract agreements with the Big Three, 3 foreign car brands, Honda, Toyota, and Hyundai, have voluntarily raised factory worker pay. Labor experts believe the move is to head off the UAW's strategy to organize U.S.-based plants from Ford automakers and Tesla. This comes as Stellantis has offered a buyout to more than 6,000 non-union salaried workers. Waterville City Council passed 2 ordinances that'll bring new facilities to the city, including a 4-story, 100-room hotel and a new self-storage facility along Prey Boulevard. Mayor Tom Pedro says the developments like these have been a long time in the making, and council hopes to see construction of these facilities begin late next year. Penta Career Center looking to the future with new funding. According to the Sentinel Tribune, it got a grant of $2.4 million from the state of Ohio to help build an e-mobility lab. The lab will house new programs related to training for electrical charging stations, advanced driver assist systems, EV auto maintenance, and energy and power. There's a push this morning to expand vehicles included in Ohio's Move Over law. The new bill in the Ohio Senate would cover all stationary vehicles in distress. That includes any car pulled over with its hazards on or any other indicator like flares or reflectors. Failure to move over could result in a misdemeanor, and if distracted driving is involved, an additional $100 fine could be added. The Secret Service investigating after an agent opened fire on 3 suspected car thieves. The incident happened not far from the White House, where President Biden's granddaughter lives. Naomi Biden was not outside when the incident took place, and it's not clear the suspects knew they were targeting a law enforcement vehicle. When asked about crime in the city, the White House says they're taking it seriously. The Secret Service released a statement saying one of the agents discharged the service weapon, although it doesn't appear anyone was hit. Auto thefts and carjackings are up about 100% in Washington, D.C. since last year. President Biden says Gaza's hospitals should be protected as Israeli troops go after Hamas. The Israeli Defense Force says Hamas uses a vast underground command complex beneath Gaza's hospitals for military purposes. The IDF released video of another facility where it suspects some hostages have been held during the war, which is now in its 2nd month. From the WTOL 11 Weather Center, lots of sun again today, mid-50s. Near 60 tomorrow, breezy conditions on Thursday. Temperatures, however, holding steady near 60. In the WTOL 11 newsroom for Annunciation Radio, I'm Wendy Sheridan.
Hey everyone, this is Al Kresta from Kresta in the Afternoon. Thank you for listening and supporting your local Catholic radio station. And please remember to tell everyone you know how your life has been impacted by this station. We're all called to share the good news, and you're a part of that effort every time you invite someone to listen so they can be formed in the Catholic faith. Your financial support is also vital in this work, so please stay tuned and join in this effort.
Put your faith in action by sharing your gifts to reach out to our neighbors with the love of Christ. Call in your Share-a-thon pledge right now, 419-868-2966, or donate online at AnnunciationRadio.com. Annunciation Radio's Fall Sharathon is going on right now. Call 419-868-2966 and make your one-time or recurring pledge right now. That's 419-868-2966. You can also make a pledge online at AnnunciationRadio.com or the Annunciation Radio mobile app. Please consider a now and later gift, giving us half now and half on St. Valentine's Day. Now is the time to step up and be part of the most effective tool for evangelization. The power of radio can move minds and hearts. Help us reach as many as we can with the good news of the gospel. Call 419-868-2966 and make your pledge right now. 419-868-2966.
You know, somehow when Wendy gives the phone number, it's very impactful.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you. We want to thank everybody who gave during this last hour. Jamie, thank you so much for your incredible support. We appreciate your generous gift. A now and later gift, by the way. Thank you so much for that. Robert, thank you for your gift of support as well. Knights of Columbus Council 15905. Thank you for your gift of support. Again, Knights of Columbus Council 11370. Anybody want to guess which one that is? Yeah. St. Joseph there in Maumee. Thank you so much for that. And Grand Knight there as well. Michael Kralovic, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for that wonderful hour. And now a new hour begins. Here's the skinny. It's a big hour.
Yeah.
It's a big hour, but we have some help. $4,500 is our goal. $2,000 matching pledge opportunity this hour. $2,000 matching pledge opportunity this hour.
How much?
Thank you. $2,000 matching pledge, $4,500 goal. And the nice thing is we've already kind of gotten off to a pretty good start. So we're thankful for that as well. And we need your help. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. In order to make this one happen, we brought in the big guns. It's Willie Meyer. Good morning, Willie.
Good morning. How's it all going?
We are doing fabulously well now that you are in studio.
Okay, there it goes.
We loved having Mark there last hour, and Mike as well. We're going to have some folks to thank coming into this hour already.
That's right. And we've got Father Matt Frisbee a little early.
Father Matt Frisbee
this hour.
on the
Usually
line with us.
we're hearing from him about 8:20 or something like that. But glad to have you aboard, Father Matt Frisbee. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Good to be with you for the Sharathon. We started this hour early, so you said we'll talk about it, but the Browns on Sunday did not. But they ended well.
They did.
Yes, they did. Thank
in the
goodness.
Last moment or two, right?
Saved the TV in my house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, big win over the Ravens on Sunday, and hopefully this Sharathon will also be a big win all week long.
There you go. We've got our Annunciation Radio jerseys on, and we're ready to rumble here. So make those phone calls happen, and make sure we go through the goal line, so to speak. We got to cross the goal post here.
Cross the goal line. That's true.
We'll keep it sports themed here, Father. Now you've been out and about. You've been pretty busy, and of course your parish is pretty busy too, huh?
Oh yeah, of course. So we last week had our 40 hours. So adoration for 40 hours straight. Father Monsignor Tad Oxley came in, preached the beginning and end of it all. And, just a powerful thing. So that was, of course, the big highlight recently of what's going on in the parish. Then we've had other things. We had a trivia night. We had a soup cook-off. Yours truly with my great culinary prowess.
Ooh.
Got second in the People's Choice.
Wow.
Second.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Yeah. Everyone's shocked.
It's a little better than Dolly Parton, who got third in a look-alike contest. She did.
True, yeah.
Yep, she entered. She got third.
Now, Father, you've been a knight for a long time.
I have been a knight since about 2006, I think.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And so, again, I want to set up the hour here. $2,000 matching pledge goal is $4,500. We've got some folks already who have given, and we're going to give them some thank you shout-outs here in just a minute. But before we do that, something we do each and every Tuesday morning here, and we got a different set of players here, but now we've got Ron Finn, we've got Willie Meyer, and we have Father Matt Frisbee, who are going to be playing a little Tuesday trivia. It's time for Tuesday trivia. Normally we've got producer Tim online, but he's not going to be on the air with us today. So this is the team, and I've got three questions, and then a bonus question. So we'll see how you guys do. Producer Tim and Mr. Finn usually go 2-1 or 3-0. Usually 2-1 after all is said and done, including the bonus question. Mm-hmm. So if you guys are ready, you can collaborate on this.
Yeah, we're going to need to collaborate.
Mr. Finn will give the final answer. What is the most visited tourist attraction in the world? The Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China, or Dave's house? No, I'm sorry. Or the Roman Colosseum, Eiffel Tower, Great Wall of China, or Roman Colosseum. Which of these is the most visited tourist attraction in the world? What do you think, Father Matt?
Oh, I don't. I would guess Roman Colosseum, but I don't know.
Okay, Willie, what do you think?
I'm over at the China Wall.
At the China Wall.
Because it's long.
Man, that's quite a distance between you and Father. You're at the wall. He's yeah.
Well, I will say the wall is a pretty good guess too, because you think it's not just outsiders. There are a lot of people in China visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, including the people from China, of course. That's pretty good. That would be a good number.
I'm just surprised Dave's house was not. You dropped that from the list.
Yeah. I didn't want to throw you off. Eiffel Tower, Great Wall of China, or Roman Colosseum?
I'm going to say, because the Eiffel Tower is a biggie, too. I mean, people come from all over.
It quite frankly is literally big. It's tall.
I think, what do we think? I'm thinking the Great Wall of China. I'm thinking we're going to make that the final answer.
I think we should go there, yeah.
Great Wall of China. Makes sense to me.
But
it's wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Darn.
It's wrong. I don't have my buzzer.
You don't have your buzzer?
My buzzer's not working.
Give you your buzzer.
There you go.
I control the buzzer.
The dryer just went off.
The
dryer went off. The correct answer is Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Wow.
Now remember, you've got a bonus question you can make up for this. All right, here's the next.
Wait a minute. Can you see the Great Wall of China from the top of the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, you can, but you cannot see it from space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, you can see it from the top of the Eiffel Tower if you have a microscope that's kind of heading in that direction. Actually, it'd be better if you went to the Vatican and used theirs. Which of these EU countries does not use the euro as its currency? Which of these countries, EU countries, does not use the euro as its currency? Poland, Denmark, Sweden, or all of the above? Poland, Denmark, or Sweden, or all of the above? Which of these does not use the euro? Poland, Denmark, or Sweden, or all of the above?
I'm not good at this euro stuff. I don't know. What do you think, Father Matt? You want me to get Willie's take first?
Well, I'm thinking either Sweden or Denmark, but I can't narrow it down.
So Sweden, Denmark,
or Poland, or all of the above. Yeah.
What do you think, Willie?
I'm leaning towards all of the above.
All of the above?
Yeah.
And you got Mark Siracusa standing behind you. He's waving his arms like a monkey back there.
Yeah.
I think that means that
I'm not sure what that sign language means back there.
I don't know.
Mark, shout it out.
Mark, dump the
Mark
coffee
says
out.
all of the above.
All of
Too
the
much
above.
coffee.
Mark says
all right.
all of the above.
We will go all of the above. Why not?
And all of the above is exactly correct. All right, here we lost someone recently, Matthew Perry Chandler on Friends. So in honor of him and his teammates there, what is the name of the coffee shop in the sitcom Friends?
Ooh.
You guys all strike me as fans of Friends. I've seen it a couple times, but anyway, Central Perk, Java Park, or Central Park Coffee?
Central Park Coffee.
Central Park Coffee,
Willie
Central
seems
Perk.
pretty sure.
It's A.
It's A. Central Park Coffee?
No, Central. You're saying A.
Central Perk.
Central Perk.
Central Perk.
Central Perk?
I'm with Father. I'm a father.
All right, Father Matt and Willie both agree, and therefore I do not know. I've never really watched the show.
So we're going with Central
I think it was
Perk.
on opposite Columbo. So
or Monk. Or Monk.
Yeah.
This was just to discover who the real fan of Friends was, and it's Father Matt Frisbee.
All right.
So now you're
No, I got to clarify. I take Seinfeld over Friends every time.
Oh, you and me both. All right. So that's 2-1. You've got the bonus question. You can actually go 3-0. Which country ranks first in cereal consumption per capita? I saved the easiest one for last. Which country ranks first in cereal consumption per capita? Is it USA, Ireland, or the Philippines?
Well,
USA, Ireland, or Philippines?
There is Lucky Charms.
There you go. If you get this one right, you go 3-0 officially because this is the bonus question.
Breakfast cereals the most consumed.
USA, Ireland, or Philippines?
I'm thinking USA. What do you guys think?
USA.
Yeah, I would say USA.
Philippines or Ireland? Ireland.
All right, we're going to go USA.
All right.
Good? We're feeling patriotic. Mark, what do you think?
I say Philippines.
Yeah, you'd be wrong, too. All right. It's Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah,
they're really little
everybody.
island.
You guys came up with every answer
Wow.
except the right one. Ireland
Who'da
is
thunk
the
it?
number one consumer of cereal in the world.
It's not like the
In the
biggest
world.
place in the world.
No.
How many bowls of cereal are those people eating?
Ranks
No
first
kidding.
in cereal consumption per capita. So not
per capita.
Per capita. Yeah, the largest number of individuals of their
I
population.
thought it was per diem.
Yeah, per diem. But still, 2-1. Very well done. Very, very nicely done. And that gives me some time, I'm sure, now to give some to send out some thank yous to those who made their gifts this hour.
Yeah, now that we're properly humbled, go ahead.
I don't have it. Do you have the Trackathon up?
No, I could open it.
Okay, yeah. If you could open
It'll
it,
take a
we've
while.
got
While
some
we're doing
thank yous to
that,
do.
I just wanted to say thank you to Father Matt for an excellent funeral a couple Saturdays back. We had the pleasure of being at the parish for the Hoffman funeral. It was a very beautiful funeral and very beautiful Mass, and really appreciated being able to be there.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your words. And, yeah, you know, as a priest, it's certainly one of those special moments, those grace moments, celebrating a funeral Mass and, you know, participating in that great work of mercy of burying the dead and assisting that soul on their last part of the journey home.
Yeah, her son and his wife were married in that church some 34, 35 years ago, if I remember right. So that place has a very special meaning for that entire Hoffman family.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, I've got it. I've got an update here. $4,500 our goal for this hour. $2,000 matching pledge. We want to thank Glenn. Glenn, thank you so much for your online gift. Appreciate that very much. Very generous gift. Anonymous coming in with a $500 gift. Thank you for that. Anonymous, members of St. Joan of Arc Parish, thank you for your gift of support. A $250 gift from Knights of Columbus St. Casper. Wasion, thank you very much. Knights of Columbus Council 8829. Marty, thank you for your gift of support. Marty, a Knights of Columbus member at 7978, Council 7978. Thank you for your gift of support. And that's 7978 is St. Rose there in Perrysburg.
Yes.
And Ron, if you've got your bell.
You know I do.
We have a first-time donor, online donor. Thank you for your gift of support. First-time donor, Andrew. Andrew, thank you for your gift of support.
Andrew.
That gives us
You're going to take this bell away from me.
Yeah, we like it. We like whenever we get an opportunity to ring it. $1,065 raised thus far. $1,065 raised thus far. $2,000 matching pledge opportunity. $935 of matching pledge dollars to go. On our way to $4,500 for this hour. We need your pledges of support. Thank you to all of those who called in. We have open phone lines again. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. If you listen to Morning Offering with Ron and Dave, what's wrong with you? But secondly, if that's something that you listen to, that's what would normally be on during this hour. If you're a purveyor of that particular program, we'd love for you to support Annunciation Radio at this time, denoting the fact that you listen to that program and benefit from it.
That's right. I mean, we're holding the show hostage, so we're really looking for ransom money right now.
Amen to that. Yeah, and we're $935 away from achieving that $2,000 matching pledge opportunity. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. This Tuesday is the day when we honor our relationship, our partnership with the Knights of Columbus. Obviously, we encourage our Knights of Columbus brothers to call in, and Lady Knights as well. But everyone is encouraged to call in to support Annunciation Radio on this day as well, to help us achieve each of our hourly goals. When we don't meet our goal, which honestly we didn't quite make it last hour, that means we've got to take some of that burden that was associated with last hour and move it to another hour that already has a burden of its own. Let's not let that happen 2 hours in a row. 419-868-2966, artoledo.com. You can make a secure gift there, artoledo.com, or on the Annunciation Radio app. If you have already given your gift of support for this Sharathon, thank you, thank you, thank you. One thing I would ask you to do to help us make our overall goal is to consider a later-only gift. So we have now and later gifts. That means you can call in, give a gift now. This is a 6-month campaign paying for our expenses for the next 6 months. You can do a now and later gift, which is to give a gift now and then 3 months from now. Your first gift helps with the first 3 months. Your second gift helps with the second 3 months. And that halfway point just happens to fall on St. Valentine's Day. So when you make your call of support with a now and later gift, leave the name of your loved one you want to honor on St. Valentine's Day, and we will include them during that day of broadcast. If you've already made your gift, how about just a later-only gift, which means you would give us a gift on St. Valentine's Day. You've already given us one for now. Give us one 3 months in. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Just let the folks on the line know you want to make a later-only gift or a now and later gift. 419-868-2966. And then make sure you leave the name of your loved one that we will honor on St. Valentine's Day as well. 419-868-2966. One-time pledges. We love one-time pledges. Monthly pledges. Those now and later gifts. Gifts of any amount. Again, with $965 of matching pledge dollars on the table right now. 419-868-2966. Matching pledge dollars just waiting to be matched.
And as you mentioned, you can also name, maybe a priest that's been very instrumental for you, like Father Matt Frisbee, for example. People are calling in and saying, I want to honor Father Matt Frisbee because I listen to his Sports Roundup every Tuesday on Morning Offering program, and maybe he's helping sacramentally as well. And Father, you're reaching so many souls in your parish and in the diocese and, of course, on the radio, too. So we're so glad you're a part of our little morning offering program.
Well, Ron, it's good to be a part of your morning offering. And, and hopefully, certainly, I'm helping people more so sacramentally than with Sports Roundup. But nevertheless, it's good to be part of it. Now is normally the time we would be doing it right now. So we can talk sports if you want to.
Well, there's a lot to talk about in sports, and might as well. What's top of mind? We talked about the Browns a little bit.
That's right. Big game against the Steelers this Sunday as well. Deshaun Watson had an MRI on his ankle, so we'll see how healthy he is. But if they win against the Steelers, that puts them in a good position, possibly take and win the AFC North. They're only a half game back behind Baltimore now, who has a big game against Cincinnati on Thursday. So that's what we've got going on. And then the other big news, Michigan, of course. Michigan football.
Yeah, so now Coach Harbaugh is obviously disputing this, and we're trying to get a judge to overturn this ruling. I don't know how successful he'll be. What do you think? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other news is that Coach Harbaugh is calling Michigan America's team now.
Oh, please.
Which is a bit much.
A little presumptuous there.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Because they're facing all this adversity, which is self-inflicted.
Exactly.
They really, I guess I'll just come out and say it here on the air, but they refuse to admit they did anything wrong. There's plenty of evidence that seems to suggest they did. And they go from being the oppressor, so to speak, to acting as though they are the oppressed.
Exactly.
Acting as though they are the victim in all of this. And I think it's wearing thin on a lot of people.
Very true. I would have to agree with you.
And, of course, the big game is coming up, Ohio State and Michigan. And if you want to pick a side, I think the Sharathon donation is a great opportunity to do just that.
There you go. Yeah. I'm with you. Go Buckeyes, go Big Blue. You can call that in. If you're offended by what Father said, don't hold it against us, for goodness sake. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm with you. This has gotten a little out of hand. But anyway, phone call, phone number.
And if you're a Notre Dame fan, call in too.
Yeah, we'll take it. Even even Alabama fans, 419-868-2966, 419-868-2966. Again, $1,065 raised and matched. So $2,130 raised, $4,500 our goal, $935 of matching pledge opportunities still available. 419-868-2966. I know we've got one on the line. Would love to fill the other two phone lines up right now. 419-868-2966. We're coming to the end of our time with Father Matt Frisbee. Would love to get more than halfway there before we end our time. So we can make that final march up the hill. 419-868-2966.
That's right.
Quick question, Father. You said you came in 2006. So the Knights of Columbus were present in your formation then as a priest. And what did that mean to you?
Well, certainly it was just, it was very helpful and encouraging in terms of knowing that I had the Knights of Columbus who were, first of all, encouraged me to continue discerning God's call and supportive of me continuing in formation, just knowing of their prayers. That's the most powerful thing.
Absolutely.
But also, yeah, exactly. And then also just, a sense of fraternity as well. But then there was that financial support as well that helped with various things, car payments, gas, whatever, to kind of, because we're not living in a lap of luxury.
Yeah, got to bridge that gap. Yeah. There's a gap there.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was a very helpful and very powerful thing to know that the Knights supported in a wide array of ways, wide array of things as I continue to in priestly formation.
And, I wish I could say that I haven't heard that more than once, but you really hit the nail on the head there, Father, when it comes to the support that the Knights of Columbus families have for our priests. And we're grateful to have you, as well as your brother priest, to be able to sacramentally keep us on the path to heaven as we enter some more days of glory here.
Father Matt Frisbee, thank you so much. Sharathon continuing.
Thank you, Father.
This is Sharathon Week. Listen all week as we welcome many of our diocesan priests who share why supporting Annunciation Radio is so important to them and to you. Call in during your priest time to the Sharathon. The number is 419-868-2966. The schedule is on our website, annunciationradio.com. You can even divide your pledge with a now and later gift, with half paid on February 14th, St. Valentine's Day. For His great love, we're giving thanks. We remember, we celebrate, we believe. Put your faith in action by sharing your gifts to reach out to our neighbors with the love of Christ. Call in your Sharathon pledge right now, 419-868-2966, or donate online at annunciationradio.com.
Hi, everyone. Bishop Daniel Thomas here, thanking you for listening and supporting Annunciation Radio. We know that so many have deepened their Catholic faith, discovered their Catholic faith, or come home to the Catholic faith because of something they heard on the radio that touched their heart. How blessed we are to have Annunciation Radio here in our diocese, a great way to reach out to souls. Listener-supported Annunciation Radio needs you to continue the operation of radio stations in Toledo, Bowling Green, Sandusky, Mansfield, Bryan, and Willard. Please do consider a pledge during their Fall Sharathon. Thanks, and may you continue to listen to and be blessed through the apostolate of Annunciation Radio here in the Diocese of Toledo.
Thank you so much, Bishop Daniel E. Thomas. 419-868-2966. Should I say that again?
Yes, please.
419-868-2966. Wait a minute, that sounded like AI, didn't it? That sounded kind of robotic there.
Well, you would be one who would train AI. They would say, "Look, we want the best guy out there."
If there's anybody with artificial intelligence,
better than one with no intelligence. 419-868-2966. Let me set the table for this hour. $2,000 matching pledge. Mm-hmm. And as I announce this matching pledge, Mr. Finn, will you get your bell ready?
Okay.
Because our matching pledge individual is a first-time donor.
Ooh.
Yeah. $2,000 matching pledge out of council number 2280 in Gibsonburg. Zachary, thank you so much for your pledge of support and for this incredible opportunity to match $2,000 dollar for dollar. That becomes $4,000.
Isn't that awesome?
Gets us almost all the way to our $4,500 goal. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Knights of Columbus Council and Casper Wasion. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Andrew. And we'd like to thank you as well. Those individuals have come forward with $1,065 matched dollar for dollar. That's $2,130. But that leaves us still with $935 of matching pledge opportunity available thanks to this very generous matching pledge opportunity out of Council 2280 in Gibsonburg. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. artoledo.com or on the Annunciation Radio app. We need 3 on the phone right now. We're thankful that this hour has definitely been very productive, but we still have quite the mountain to climb. We are almost halfway up that mountain, halfway up the matching pledge dollar mountain, but we need to get all the way to $4,500. $935 of matching pledge opportunity available. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966. Let's do a phone blitz. I know as we go out and about, we know we have many, many listeners to Morning Offering with Ron and Dave. Please, I know we've got Kendra Von Esch coming up here in just a couple of minutes, actually, to share her thoughts on our word for today. So we're keeping some of our regular elements in place from Morning Offering. But if you are a regular listener to our program, please support Annunciation Radio with your gifts of support. One-time pledges, monthly pledges, now and later gifts of any amount. Greatly appreciated. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966.
You know, your gift makes such a difference. You think, well, what can my little, dollar amount do? But it can do so much when you consider that we can put out an hour of quality Catholic radio programming through 5 stations covering 85% of the Diocese of Toledo, which is far and wide, ladies and gentlemen, and how many souls you can reach with that. And we can do that for like $60. So like $1 a minute is what we're looking at. And so maybe you'd consider when you make your gift, how much of that programming am I actually putting on the air? What am I responsible for actually putting on the air?
Yeah. Quite a bit.
It's a great responsibility, but it's also a great honor.
Amen to that.
Yeah, so you got a 30-minute program sponsor. You'd be putting together enough funds for Bishop Thomas's hour. You also got Peter Range saying yes to life. Father Dave Nuss, understanding the Scripture. And there's been a number of times when I've been on the road and have heard one or more of these programs as I've been driving, and just to have that information coming through as I'm fighting through traffic has been extremely helpful. And talk about multitasking at its best. And then you got your 15-minute program sponsors, the Morning Lauds, Peter Herbeck, Fire on Earth, live interactive Divine Mercy Chaplet that we have at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. These are programs that without your support would not be available for those who depend on the radio. They depend on Catholic radio to strengthen their faith, to pick them up at those times during the course of the day that they're feeling kind of low, or to celebrate those moments of their day that have just been very great.
And the Faith Alive program, which you're a rather frequent guest on, Willie, because there's so much to talk about that Catholic Charities does in their outreach in La Posada Family Shelter, certainly one of the, proudest accomplishments of Catholic Charities, and you've been running that for quite a while now.
Yeah, Catholic Charities and the ministry that we do at La Posada is truly a diamond in the rough. Mm-hmm. We have, we house families who have been displaced and hampered by housing situations that are monumental for some families. And so we provide them with a safe place. We provide them with a opportunity to get their balance and to strengthen themselves while they try to identify an appropriate housing situation for their family. Sometimes that road is not the easiest, and there's always that argument about, unless you walk in somebody's shoes, you really don't know what they've gone through. But I mean, we've seen the images, but when you're looking at a family, it's a whole different image that you get. And I constantly always am reminded of the first family. The first family and how they were shunned and how they were cast out and how they had to, go to Egypt because there was no place for them. And so I'm mindful of that as we have families coming in and making them feel at home, making them feel loved, and showering them with the respect and dignity that each of us deserves because we are who we are. And then helping them to make the best decisions for their family in the next couple months and couple years.
Well, and that's what's nice because it's not just here's the door, there's your bed. I mean, you're helping them with all kinds of services, in some cases teaching them things, some skills that they need. You're getting them ready to further their lives.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's not because they don't have the skills. It's just that when you're suffering from poverty, you forget things. And things that are normal for you and I get lost to the wayside, and you forget about them. And so we spend time teaching, we spend time encouraging, we spend time nurturing, and we do that at our ministry in Merriam House, and we do that in all of our ministries, trying to assist people where they're at, helping them with what they need, and to providing them with the love and compassion and understanding that we would want if we were in like situations. So it's a very powerful ministry. We've been blessed to be able to do it, and we're able to do it because we have the support of Annunciation Radio. Annunciation Radio has been extremely supportive of Catholic Charities, La Posada specifically. I mean, your being there this past summer for our back-to-school picnic was just tremendous. And, the people still talk about the fact that the radio station was out there. And, we're, one little building next to a big, tall church. And, people really don't know that we exist because we kind of blend in and fit into the neighborhood.
Amen to that. And so thankful again for this partnership everywhere that we can be to assist those who are doing the good work that needs to be done in and around our diocese. And I hate to go, well, I want to, we've got a special guest online we want to bring in, Kendra Von Esch, who is our Tuesday Word of the Day segment host, and also a king. Well,
a king.
Wait a minute. King is our word for today. Good morning, Kendra.
Well, I was my own king for a long time. Pardon my voice. I'm battling a little cold. I might need my cough button every now and then.
Before we jump
How are you guys all doing this morning?
Doing great. Before we jump into that, I want to share something with you that I thought you might enjoy and our listeners might enjoy. Why are people putting toilet paper in the fridge? Something that's often occurred to me. While most people are debating whether or not peanut butter goes in the refrigerator, some are stuffing their refrigerators with Charmin. That's right. It's a TikTok hack that you probably never saw coming or really cared about. Followers of the trend claim a roll of toilet paper will absorb smelly odors inside fridges. It's meant to work the same way as most people use an open box of baking soda for fridge smells. It may sound like some silly new TikTok trick, but the idea actually first appeared in 2015. Now it's popping on social media again. Put a toilet paper roll in your fridge in a corner where it fits, and then you leave it there. Says the TikTok hacker. It's important that you replace the roll about every 3 weeks, and it actually works. There you go.
Really?
Put a roll of toilet paper in your refrigerator. I'm going to pass on that one because
it depends on what kind of food you got in there. You might need like a roll of paper towels.
Yeah, right. But here's the thing. If I put a roll of toilet paper in the refrigerator and it collects all those odors and bacteria, all the stuff that would be in the refrigerator, do I then use it? I mean, I have to throw it out.
Good question. I think we should ask our listeners to call in, and when they make their donation, they can weigh in on that. 419-868-2966. See, I'll tie anything to it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. And now it's Kendra Von Esch with our word for today. I thought I'd give you a little something to follow up on there. There you go, Kendra.
That was good. And I wouldn't put it in my fridge because it takes up too much space.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're
like
big
a
rolls.
little box of that, baking soda is okay. Actually, I have a little box of baking soda sitting in my fridge right now, but only because I buy those mega rolls because I'm a lazy.
Yeah, right. Me too. Yeah, they take up half the top shelf.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So first of all, how are things going on the pledge drive? I just want to encourage everyone out there that this could be your opportunity to evangelize, because not all of us have radio stations or ministries like where you're out speaking in a public way. We can do our evangelization by donating to Annunciation Radio so that they can continue to bring the word and to help people into the faith and along the faith. And I'm telling you, it makes a difference in every Catholic's life when they turn on that radio and all of a sudden they hear exactly what they need to hear. And it's God speaking to them. It's not a coincidence. It's a God incident. So if anyone's out there with a little bit of a Holy Spirit pull to call and donate or donate online, do you guys have options to donate online, by the way?
Yep, you could call right now, 419-868-2966, 419-868-2966. You can make a secure gift at AR Toledo, that's Annunciation Radio, ARToledo.com, or on the Annunciation Radio app. And this hour had been going swimmingly until I brought up putting toilet paper in the refrigerator. 419-868-2966. We have a $2,000 matching pledge opportunity, $1,065 matched so far, $935 of matching pledge dollars yet available for this hour. 419-868-2966. Phone lines are open right now.
And Kendra,
awesome.
You are...
Okay, and I have to say...
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, you're speaking to people in their spiritual need in so many different forums and formats. You get to speak to them in blogs and in podcasts, but also face-to-face when you're addressing groups of people, which has to be very gratifying, especially when you see the faces of people that hear something, as you said just a few minutes ago, that they need to hear at this particular moment. So I know you understand the power of Catholic radio and what it can mean to move hearts and souls from wherever people are standing.
Oh, yeah. And then to learn and to come on and you start to get to know the hosts and the programs, and it becomes a digital family, a digital parish kind of. And you feel at home when you get into your car and you turn it on. You're like, this is the place that gives me peace. This is the place where I learn how to love more. This is the place where I learn more about my Catholic faith. And it's just fabulous. And I think if all of us could just have that childlike, maybe like Christmas attitude right now, and be generous with our hearts, knowing that we ourselves, every single one of us, have turned on this radio station at some point in time and have been touched by what we heard. And we need that more. This world, so much. If someone's out there fiddling through the radio station, they might miss it if they heard your little segment about the sports, right, guys? They might have blown right by your radio station. But most of the time, you guys are talking about God, which might just make them stop and listen. And you're right. We can meet people where they are, and we just have to leave it in God's hand that it's a Holy Spirit moment that they turn on the radio. And so, again, I think you guys are so clever, maybe even smart, but I think now and later gift right?
Yeah.
Now and later gift is awesome.
Yeah.
Who came up with that bright idea?
That would be Dave. He's the master.
Yeah, I stole it from somebody. Here's the thing, and you're right, because it's a 6-month campaign, right? So you give a gift now, that covers the first 3 months. You go halfway in and you give another gift. So say you can give $50 right now, but here's the really awesome thing right now. Say you could give a one-time gift of $50 right now. And then you say, I'll give it later too. Now all of a sudden that's $100. We get to match both of those. So now that $100 becomes $200 because we have matching pledge opportunity, which, by the way, Kendra, we don't have every hour on our share-a-thons. So this is a wonderful opportunity for someone to come forward with that gift. That makes me, that in my wheelhouse, $50 works. $100 doesn't work, honestly. I can't give everybody $100. But I can give $50 now and $50 3 months from now, and now all of a sudden I'm that $100 donor. How about putting your toe in the water you've never given to Annunciation Radio before? Give $10 now, $10 later. Do what you can do. Again, every dollar matched all the way up to $935 right now. 419 868-2966, 419-868-2966, or secure gifts can also be given online at artoledo.com or on the Annunciation Radio app.
So all you got to do is make that phone call and make it happen. And it's such a pleasure to have Kendra Von Esch with us each and every Tuesday for our Word of the Day segment. You've been a terrific addition to our morning offering program. Our intelligence quotient that we test from time to time skyrocketed once you joined the show. So we appreciate the fact that you're here with us each and every Tuesday.
None of that artificial intelligence.
That's right. That's right. All you got to do is make that phone call, 419-868-2966, and tell the volunteer who answers the phone to say hi to Kendra for you, and we'll make sure we make that personal greeting for you.
Hey, Kendra, did you hear, and for those of you who are familiar with our Wednesday segment, Hump Day Humor, you may have heard this one before, but it's so funny, I'll tell it again. All right, so how about this one? So did you hear that Elton John got his rabbit a treadmill? Elton John bought his rabbit a treadmill.
Okay.
It's a little fit bunny.
Lines?
It's a little fit bunny. Now they're calling. It's a little fit bunny. 419-868-2966. It's a little fit bunny.
No.
419-868-2966.
Little disclaimer here.
Yes,
tomorrow,
please, the disclaimer.
Of course, it's a Sharathon week, so we're suspending regular programming. So Hump Day Humor may have to hold for a week.
It's, 419-868. Yeah, you might call in your pledge of support for that. 419-868-2966.
$1 a joke. How about $1 a joke?
66. 419. Well, she said we might be smart, and I thought, man, I'm going to straighten that out right now. 419-868-2966.
Very good. And Willie Myers in studio now. I know, Kendra, you heard his voice. You haven't seen his face because we don't have any cameras in here. But
I got a great face for radio.
Willie with the Knights of Columbus. It's Knights of Columbus Day here at the first day of the Sharathon, kicking it off for us. We always like to honor our Knights who've been there with us from the beginning, from even before we went on the air.
Yes.
And, of course, instrumental in, the Brian Eden station.
That's right.
WRRO is because it was in the hands of the Knights before it.
The Knights of Columbus began that station.
So we appreciate that. And a lot of listeners in that area, a lot of listeners in the Sandusky, Castalia area, our second station that went on the air, and then, of course, in Willard. And it's just great to be everywhere in the Diocese of Toledo. No matter where you go in the diocese, you run into somebody who's either got an Annunciation Radio bumper magnet, or you can hear the radio coming through on their car. So thank you to the Knights today. And, boy, thanks to Kendra as well. Now, Kendra, if people want to get a hold of you, you have a website, don't you?
I do, and it's, so simple. It's just my name, KendraVonEsch.com, all smushed together. And, yeah, you can check out all of, faith coaching. I talk and speak in person and online. I have a book sharing a little bit of my journey. I'm writing another book, so pray for me on that one. Yeah, it's soul, mind, and body conquering addictions and bad habits, which I think the world needs.
Absolutely.
And, you can just go to my website and reach out to me. Just click the contact button if you want to chat, want to talk about a speaking engagement, or just want to brainstorm on something. I'm all about it. Lots of people come to me with ministry ideas, and Sometimes we create things, sometimes it's not the right time. So open to everything. That's why I'm here with these smart guys.
Well, we are thankful that you are here, Kendra. We're going to push this to the top of the hour. We've got some dollars to raise. Any last-minute encouragements to those who are listening?
Do it. Just do it. Like that Nike commercial. Unfortunately, we think about it. We have that prompting of the Holy Spirit, and then we say, oh, I'll do it later. But then something gets in the way and you don't. And that is what the evil one wants you to do. Not donate, not keep Catholic radio on the air, and not have it available for other ears and souls to hear and come to Jesus. So it's kind of our duty, right? So just dig in and see what you got. A little bit goes a long way, especially on the matching scenario that we are on today. So let's get into our pocketbooks, get online, easy, quick way to do it, or give a call in, and you'll feel so good. You really will. There's nothing like being generous, and no one is more generous than God. Think about all the things that God's done for you, and we share that here, and people need to hear those testimonies and those witnesses, and so that's, again, another reason why we all need to keep Annunciation going strong. So dig deep and be generous with God's heart. Now I'll stop.
Kendra
Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you so much. Wonderful insights, KendraVonEsch.com. Make sure you check that out. Appreciate you spending some extra time with us this morning, Kendra.
Oh, it's a joy. Love it.
Thank you. Now we just ask you to go into your war room, into your prayer room, and pray for the next 4 days that all goes well here, because you don't have anything else on your plate, right? So thank you very much, Kendra. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
God bless you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Our theme says it all. Giving thanks, we remember, we celebrate, we believe.
Yeah, and obviously that's pointing toward the Eucharist, but the Eucharist is the greatest point of Thanksgiving. It leads the way in what God is trying to teach us in the area of generosity. That's how generous God is. He sent his only Son to die for us, Jesus making himself available to us in the form of body, blood, soul, and divinity, in the form of bread, that we might partake of him, that we might consume him, and take him into our bodies, that we might become more like him. And one of the ways that we become like him is in this spirit of generosity. Joshua says it best when the Lord asked Joshua, who came after Moses, to encourage the people to give a tithe. And Joshua says, who am I and who are my people that we should even be able to give? Because everything we have comes from you. In other words, how is it that we have anything left over other than our absolute need? We came out of a life of slavery, and yet here we are with an abundance. And so I'm asking you, brothers and sisters, has the Lord blessed you by any measure that you might give a gift of any amount? Any measure that you might give a gift of any amount? I would ask that you consider this. You are in the top percentile of human beings who have ever lived on the planet if you have anything left over and above your need. I don't care if it's $10 a month. That's more than most of the people who have ever lived have ever had at the end of their need. And so, has the Lord blessed you by any measure that you might give a gift of any amount? If he has, will you share some of that amount with us? We are in need right now. We are asking. The scripture says that we should carry one another's burdens. Our burden is simple. It's a financial burden. That burden, once met, allows us to do the work that we have been raised up to do. Without that burden being met, we cannot do the things that we are raised up to do. What is the burden for this hour? $4,500. And Ron, I want you to get that bell ready again. I'm going to re-announce our matching pledge individual for this hour. He's a first-time donor. Thank you. We've got some people to thank online as well. But a first-time donor is the one who has come forward and said, I'll give you $2,000. That's awesome. Match it becomes $4,000, helping us with our goal of $4,500. And again, ring the bell because he is a first-time donor. Zachary, thank you so much. Knights of Columbus Council 2280 and out of Gibsonburg. $100 gift. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you. He says, tell Kendra hello. Kendra, I hope you're still listening. John says hello. So we are at $1,165 raised of that $2,000 matching pledge from Zachary. That leaves us with $835 of matching pledge opportunity still available. And now we're down to 3 minutes. We need everybody on the line, 419-868-2966. You know what we've not had on the phone today is an apostle. We really need somebody coming in at that $100 a month level, $1,200 one-time pledge. If that's something that's in your wheelhouse, something you've been thinking about, $835 of that will be matched, so that becomes a $2,000 gift. 419-868-2966. That would not only help take care of the rest of the matching pledges, that would also help get us to the $4,500 overall goal for this hour. 419-868-2966. Less than 3 minutes. 419-868-2966. Let's fill those phone lines up.
That's right. If you are within the sound of Willie Meyer's voice, you need to make that phone call. And what's that number, Willie?
That number is 419-866-2966.
He almost got that right.
I almost got it right. I got to look at that sign.
He came this close to
I came that close. That close. 419-868-2966. 419-868-2966 or artoledo.com or on our app online. The other thing is you can break it down to these 15-minute donations, these 30-minute donations, one time $30 per month, or you can do a one-time $360 for an entire year in supporting a very specific part of our radio programming. The other part of it is here we have the 60-minute, a $60 donation each month. And then you got that now and later gift. It reminds me of the candy now and later. Mm-hmm. That image just keeps popping back into my head.
All the deliciousness without the
calories. There you go. Absolutely. Saw a bunch of them in the other room. Then, you have your 2-hour program sponsors. It's $100 a month. Boy, I love that sound. Beautiful sound. And when you've got that kind of support, you're able to provide the programming necessary to convert, to evangelize, and to give people the opportunity to know our Lord in the best and most special way.
Can you be a short person? We're going to need a short person for this hour. 419-868-2966. $935 of matching pledge opportunity still available. One on the line. Can you call in and say, I'll make up the difference? We want you to take advantage of that entire $2,000 matching pledge amount. 419-868-2966.
Toledo.